of the righteous. It has nothing to do with the Jews being the synagogue of Satan, or the Catholics, or any religious group, or any race. To be a member in the synagogue of Satan, you have to be an unbeliever. Period. No believer is part of the synagogue of Satan, regardless of their race or background. Amen? The synagogue of the wicked came around me. They surrounded me as bees, talking about his crucifixion. Barnava 3:6. They surrounded me as bees do a honeycomb, and over my garments they cast lots. Verse 7. Actually, the Romans are the ones who are the bees here. They're the ones who cast lots, not the Jews. Not the Jewish people. Verse 7. Since therefore he was about to be made manifest and suffer in his flesh, his own flesh, his suffering was shown beforehand. For the prophet said to Israel, woe to their soul, for they have counseled an evil counsel among themselves, saying, let us bind the righteous, or the righteous one, because he is an encumbrance to us. So the prophet spoke about Yahweh's coming in the flesh, and the prophets also said, woe to themselves, for they have counseled evil counsel against the Mashiach, saying, let us bind the righteous one because he has become a burden to us. I'm going to touch on this and then we're going to close. How many will allow me to touch?
Touch. Hard.
Say touch, Rabbi.
Touch.
Touch. Just talk. Just talk. Right? Don't. Just touch. Don't grab. Just touch.
We ain't got nowhere to be teach.
And what said the other prophet, even Moshe, meaning Moshe Rabbeinu, to them? Behold, thus saith Yahweh Elohim, this is what Moshe said in the Torah. Enter into the Tov land, the good land, which Yahweh swore to Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. Inherit the Tov land, even a land flowing with milk and honey. Kedarabah Yahweh. Verse 9. What says knowledge? Yes. Barnava 6:9. Learn it. Hope, it said, upon Yeshua, who is about to be manifested to you in the flesh. For man is but earth, which suffers. For from the face of the ground was made the molding for Adam. I'll say that again. Learn. Barnava says, learn. Hope and learn. On and in Yeshua, who was about to be manifest for you in the flesh. Learn that man is earth and suffers, because from the face of the ground man was made the molding for Adam. Here is a dichotomy and a contradiction. He's saying, as the mold for Adam was taken from the ground, the mold from Yeshua was taken from heaven. Learn. His body was not like our body. It had no human dust nature and no human dust element. It was a body like ours, but it didn't have a dust element. And Barnava says, you want knowledge? Learn this. This is knowledge. He says the mold for Adam. See, the Bible doesn't say that. But Barnava says the mold, not just Adam was taken from the ground, the mold came from the ground. Contrawise, the mold for the second Adam came from heaven.
Amen.
Meaning Yeshua used a different mold to birth himself. Does this blow you away?
That's amazing.
Forget about a different origin. He used a different mold.
He had to.
Wow. Yeshua's mold was from heaven. The whole wheat unleavened bread. I'll read it again. What says knowledge, Barnava says? Learn it. Hope in it. That Yeshua, who was about to be manifested in the flesh, man is from the earth. And he suffers because he's from the earth. Why do I suffer? Because I'm from the earth. But he suffered because he loved us. Big difference. We suffer because we're from the earth. But he suffered because he loves us. What a difference. No man taketh my life. I have the power to lay it down, and I have the power to take it up again. This commandment I have received from my Father. John 10:17. Therefore does the Father love me, because I lay down my life for the sheep. Other sheep I have that are not of this fold. I must bring them in. And then There'll be one shepherd and one flock. Not a Spanish church and a black church. Not a Jewish church and a Gentile. When I'm through with my program, there'll be one fold. Therefore, Galatians 3:29, there is no longer Jew, Gentile, male, female, slave, free. You are Israel in the Holy One
Hallelujah.
of Israel.
That's it.
Don't let anybody call
That's
you a
it.
Jew or a Gentile. I'm Israel.
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead and give the praise offering. Get it out of your system. Go ahead. To God, I buy you.
Beautiful.
To God, I buy you.